Last Tuesday at 6:47 p.m., I almost ate cereal for dinner, standing there in my kitchen, bowl in one hand, box of cornflakes in the other, telling myself, it's fine. It's just one meal. Nobody's watching. And then I caught myself. Because here's something nobody talks about. According to AARP, almost 1 in 3 Americans over 60 lives alone. That's over 15 million people. And most of them, by 7 p.m. on a Tuesday, are doing exactly what I almost did. Standing in a kitchen, too tired to cook, settling for cereal, or toast, or nothing at all. And I want to tell you something, because I think it matters. Eating cereal for dinner isn't the problem. The problem is what it does to you the next morning, and the morning after that. Because when you stop cooking for yourself, really cooking, something quiet starts happening. Your energy drops, your joints hurt more, your mood gets a little smaller, and you start to feel, even if you don't say it out loud, like maybe you don't matter quite as much as you used to.
I'm here to tell you, you do matter, and you deserve a real dinner, even when it's just you. So that night, I put the cereal back, I pulled out one pan, 5 ingredients, and in 22 minutes, I sat down to a meal that smelled like a restaurant in Tuscany. That's what today is about. 7 one-pan dinners, just 5 ingredients each. No mountain of dishes, no standing for an hour, no 3 trips to the store. Just one pan, one stove, one happy plate of food in front of you in under 30 minutes. And recipe number 7, the one I make every Friday night with a candle and a small glass of wine, that one is going to change how you think about eating alone forever. I'm saving it for the end. Stay with me because you don't want to miss it. Grab a pen, grab a cup of tea, let's get cooking. Quick question before we start, and I want you to answer honestly in your own head. When was the last time you sat down at an actual table with an actual plate and ate a hot meal slowly without the TV on? If you have to think about it, you're exactly who I made this video for. Keep watching.
People my age are told to eat healthier all the time. Doctors say it, the news says it, your daughter probably says it. But nobody tells you the truth, which is that cooking gets harder as you get older, not easier. Your back hurts after 20 minutes at the stove. Reading a 14-ingredient recipe with your reading glasses on the counter is its own workout. And cleaning up afterward feels like punishment for the crime of having dinner. So most people quietly stop. They switch to frozen meals, takeout, cereal at 6:47 p.m. Here's the part the food companies don't want you to know. The average frozen senior meal contains over 800 milligrams of sodium per serving. That's more than a third of your entire daily limit in one tiny plastic tray. Your blood pressure didn't go up because of aging. It went up because someone replaced your kitchen with a microwave.
One pan, 5 ingredients. That is your way back. Less standing. One pan means one cleanup. Max 12 minutes total cook time on your feet for most of these. Less money. 5 ingredients means a $40 grocery run feeds you for a week, not $140. Less stress. No complicated recipe. No 17 steps. Just you, the stove, and dinner. More you. When the cooking is simple, you start to enjoy it again. And that's the part that gives you years back. Quick note before we dive in. When I say 5 ingredients, I'm not counting salt, pepper, olive oil, or water. Those don't count. Those are like air. The 5 I'm counting are the stars. All right, recipe number 1.
Lemon garlic chicken and potatoes. This first one is a classic for a reason. It's simple, it's filling, it's comforting, and it makes your whole house smell like a tiny Italian restaurant in Tuscany. Here's what you need. 2 chicken thighs, bone in, skin on, trust me, juicier and cheaper. 2 small potatoes, cut into chunks, 1 lemon, 4 cloves of garlic, a sprig of fresh rosemary, or a teaspoon dried, whatever you have. How to make it. Heat a little olive oil in a large skillet over medium heat. Season your chicken with salt and pepper, then place it skin side down. Now, here's the part most people get wrong. Don't touch it. Don't poke it, don't peek. Just leave it alone for 6 full minutes until that skin is golden and crispy. Flip the chicken. Toss in your potato chunks around it. Add your garlic cloves. Leave them whole. They get sweet and soft like candy. Squeeze half a lemon over everything, then drop the squeezed half right in the pan. That's a chef's trick. The peel releases extra oils as it cooks.
Sprinkle the rosemary on top. Cover with a lid, turn the heat to low, walk away for 20 minutes. That's it. When it's done, the chicken is tender. The potatoes are crispy outside and fluffy inside, and the lemon garlic juice at the bottom of the pan, oh my goodness, you'll be sopping it up with a piece of bread, I promise. Quick tip, if you're not big on dark meat, use 1 chicken breast. Just don't overcook it. 15 minutes covered is plenty. Hold on, let me ask you something. Do you still have that one heavy skillet from years ago? The one your mother had or your grandmother had? Cast iron or that old stainless steel one with the loose handle? Use it. Pull it out. Because here's a fact almost nobody knows. Non-stick pans made before 2013 release chemicals when heated above 500 degrees Fahrenheit that have been linked to thyroid problems, and seniors are most affected. Your old heavy pan? Safer than the brand new shiny one, and it makes every recipe in this video taste better. Just saying. Okay, recipe 2. Sausage and peppers skillet. This one takes me right back to my grandmother's kitchen on a Sunday afternoon. It's hearty, it's colorful, and it comes together in 15 minutes flat. You'll need 1 smoked sausage, or kielbasa, sliced into coins, 1 bell pepper, any color, sliced, 1 small onion, sliced, 3 cloves of garlic, minced, 1 teaspoon paprika. Here's how. Heat your skillet over medium-high with a touch of oil. Toss in the sausage coins and let them brown on both sides, about 3 minutes per side. You want them a little crispy on the edges. That dark, almost burnt edge is where all the flavor lives. Don't be afraid of it. Push the sausage to one side of the pan. Add your peppers, onions, and garlic. Sprinkle the paprika right on top. Season with salt and pepper, and stir everything together. Cook for another 6 to 8 minutes, stirring once in a while, until the peppers are soft and slightly charred. Dinner? Done.
You can eat this straight out of the pan, and I often do, but I love spooning it over a slice of toasted bread or over leftover rice. It also makes incredible leftovers. Honestly, it tastes even better the next day, when all the flavors have had a night to get to know each other. Quick question. Be honest. How much did you spend on groceries last week, and how much of it ended up in the trash because it went bad? The USDA says the average household over 60 throws away about $1,500 worth of food a year. That's a vacation. That's new glasses. That's prescription costs for months. 5-ingredient cooking is the simplest food waste solution that exists. Nothing fancy, just smart. Now, recipe 3, and this one is for your heart, literally. 1-pan salmon with asparagus. If your doctor has told you to eat more fish, and most of us at our age have heard it more than once, this is the easiest way I know to actually do it.
You'll need 1 salmon fillet, 1 small bunch of asparagus, 8 to 10 spears, 1 lemon, 3 cloves of garlic, minced, a small handful of fresh dill. Here's how easy this is. Heat your skillet over medium heat with a drizzle of olive oil. Place the salmon skin side down. Sprinkle with salt and pepper. Let it cook for 4 minutes. Don't move it. While it's cooking, snap the woody ends off your asparagus. Just bend each one. It breaks naturally at exactly the right spot. Mother Nature did the prep work for you. Flip the salmon. Add your asparagus right alongside it. Sprinkle the garlic over everything. Squeeze half the lemon on top. Cover and cook for another 4 to 5 minutes. When it's done, the salmon flakes apart with the gentlest push of a fork. The asparagus is bright green and tender crisp, and the whole kitchen smells like Sunday brunch at a hotel restaurant. Sprinkle the fresh dill on top right before serving. Squeeze the rest of that lemon over everything. There you go. A meal full of omega-3s, vitamins, and absolute deliciousness. Big tip on this one. Salmon is one of the best foods you can eat after 60. For your heart, your brain, your joints, even your skin. Studies show that people who eat fatty fish twice a week have a 35% lower risk of cardiovascular disease. 35% from one meal, twice a week. Promise me you'll try this one. Okay, I need to stop and tell you something before we go on.
We're halfway through, and if you're still with me, I want you to know the next recipe, recipe number 4, is the one that made my neighbor cry the first time she made it. I'm not exaggerating. She's 72, lives alone, hadn't cooked a real meal for herself in 2 years since her husband passed. She made this one, sat down at her table, took one bite, and called me. She said, "I forgot food could taste like this. I forgot I deserved this." This recipe, the next one, 5 ingredients, 1 pan. Pay attention. Creamy Tuscan chicken. This one feels like a restaurant meal. I promise, 5 ingredients, 1 pan. You'll feel like you're cheating.
You'll need 2 boneless chicken thighs, or 1 breast sliced thin. Season the chicken with salt and pepper. Sear it 4 minutes per side until golden brown. Take it out and set it on a plate. In the same pan, do not wash it, toss in your garlic and sun-dried tomatoes. Stir for 30 seconds until fragrant. Those little brown bits stuck to the bottom of the pan, that's pure flavor. We're gonna lift them. Pour in the cream. Let it bubble gently, and watch the bottom of the pan turn from brown to silky. Scrape it gently with a wooden spoon. Add the spinach. It looks like a lot. It shrinks down to almost nothing in about a minute. Stir until the spinach wilts. Slide your chicken back in. Spoon that creamy tomato garlic sauce all over the top. Let it simmer together for 3 more minutes. That's it. The sauce is rich and silky. The chicken is tender. The sun-dried tomatoes give it this sweet, tangy bite. And the spinach? You'll barely know it's there, but you're getting a full serving of greens with every bite. Serve over a piece of crusty bread, or eat it straight from the pan with a spoon. I won't tell anyone. Real talk for a second. Heavy cream is not your enemy. For decades, we were told fat was bad, and we should all eat low-fat everything. Then they figured out the opposite, that natural fats from real food, cream, butter, olive oil, fatty fish, are actually protective for the brain after 60. The low-fat yogurt with 14 grams of sugar in it, that's the problem. A spoonful of real cream in a homemade dinner, that's medicine. Don't let anyone scare you out of real food.
Recipe 5. This is the kind of meal my mama used to make on a Tuesday night. Cheap, filling, warming, somehow tastes like a hug. You'll need half-pound ground beef, half-cup white rice, uncooked, 1 small onion, chopped, 2 cloves of garlic, minced, 1 can of tomato sauce, about 8 ounces. Here's how. Heat your skillet over medium. Add the ground beef and break it up with a wooden spoon. Cook 5 minutes until browned. If there's a lot of grease, drain a little off, but leave some. It's flavor.
Toss in your onion and garlic. Stir for 2 minutes until softened and translucent. Now add the uncooked rice. Yes, dry rice, right into the pan. Stir it around for 1 minute so it soaks up all that beefy flavor. This is the trick. Most people boil rice separately. We're not doing that. We're letting the rice cook in the flavor. Pour in the tomato sauce, plus 1 cup of water, a good pinch of salt and pepper, stir. Bring it to a gentle simmer. Cover with the lid, turn heat to low, and walk away for 20 minutes. 20 minutes later, the rice is fluffy, the beef is tender, the tomato sauce has soaked into every single grain, and dinner is done. This makes about 2 servings, so lunch tomorrow is already taken care of. And I'll let you in on a secret. It tastes even better warmed up the next day. Tonight's dinner is tomorrow's lunch. That's $4 of groceries feeding you twice.
Here's something that's going to surprise you. The single most expensive ingredient in the average American grocery cart isn't meat, it isn't produce, it's pre-packaged convenience food. Frozen meals, boxed sides, ready in 3 minutes dinners. People over 60 spend an average of $87 a week on these. That's $4,524 a year. Every recipe in this video costs under $6 to make. You could save over $3,000 a year just by switching from frozen meals to one-pan dinners. That's not saving money on groceries. That's a real vacation, or a year of new doctor copays. Think about it. Okay, recipe 6. If you've avoided making pork chops at home because you're afraid of drawing them out, this recipe is for you. 5 ingredients, 1 pan, juicy every single time.
You'll need 1 boneless pork chop, a handful of fresh green beans, frozen, totally fine, 2 tablespoons honey, 3 cloves of garlic, minced, 1 tablespoon soy sauce. The secret to juicy pork chops? Take your pork chop out of the fridge 15 minutes before cooking. Cold meat into a hot pan equals tough meat. Room temperature meat equals tender. This one rule changes everything. Pat it dry with a paper towel. This is the secret to a beautiful golden crust. Wet meat steams. Dry meat sears. Season with salt and pepper. Heat your skillet over medium-high with a little oil. Lay the pork chop in. Don't touch it for 3 minutes. Flip it. Don't touch it for another 3 minutes. Take it out and set it aside on a plate to rest.
In the same pan, add your green beans. Stir for 2 minutes until they start to soften and pick up the brown bits. Push the beans to one side. Add the garlic, honey, and soy sauce right into the pan. Stir until it bubbles and turns into a glossy, sticky glaze, about 30 seconds. Slide the pork chop back in. Spoon that glaze all over it. Toss everything together for 1 more minute. Done. The pork is juicy, the beans are tender, the honey garlic glaze gets into every bite. This one looks fancy enough to serve to company, but it's so simple you can make it on a Wednesday night in your bathrobe. Nobody has to know. Okay, almost time for the recipe I've been promising you. Recipe number 7. But before that, a confession. I didn't always cook for myself. After my divorce, many years ago now, I went almost a full year barely cooking. Cereal, toast, takeout. I told myself it was fine because I was busy. But the truth was simpler. I felt like cooking a real meal for one person was somehow not worth it. Like I wasn't worth it.
The day I changed that, the day I started lighting a candle for myself on Friday nights, pouring myself a glass of wine, and making the recipe you're about to see, was the day my whole relationship with being alone changed. Stay with me. This next one matters. Here it is, my favorite, the one I told you about. And I promise, after this one, you're going to want to run to the kitchen and make it tonight. You'll need half-pound shrimp, peeled, deveined. Frozen is great, just thaw it. 4 ounces spaghetti or linguine, about half a small box. 4 cloves of garlic, minced. 1 lemon. A small handful of fresh parsley, chopped. Here's the magic of this recipe. The pasta cooks in the same pan. No separate pot of boiling water, no straining, no second pan to wash. I'm telling you, this changes everything. Heat your skillet over medium heat with a generous drizzle of olive oil. Add the garlic. Stir for 30 seconds, just until you can smell it. Do not let it burn. Burnt garlic is bitter, and once you go too far, there's no coming back.
Add 2 cups of water and a good pinch of salt. Bring it to a boil. Break your spaghetti in half. Yes, in half. The Italians can fight me on this. And drop it right in. Stir so it doesn't stick. Cover. Cook for 8 minutes, stirring once or twice, until the pasta is tender and most of the water has been absorbed into a silky sauce. If it gets too dry, add a splash more water. Now toss in the shrimp. They cook fast, 2 to 3 minutes. You'll know they're done the second they turn pink and curl into little C shapes. Squeeze the juice of the whole lemon right over everything. Sprinkle in the parsley, 1 big toss. That's it. That's dinner. The lemon brightens everything up like sunshine on a plate, and the whole thing, start to finish, took maybe 15 minutes. 1 pan, 5 ingredients. I make this almost every Friday night. I light a candle on the table, I pour myself a small glass of cold white wine, I put on a little music, something from the 70s usually, whatever my mood is, and I sit down with this bowl of pasta by myself, and I just enjoy it.
And I want to tell you something, because this is the heart of why I made this whole video. Eating well, eating beautifully, is not something you save for when company comes over. It's not a reward for having a husband at the table, or kids visiting, or a holiday on the calendar. It's something you do for yourself on a regular Tuesday, because you are still here. You are still living, and you still deserve a beautiful plate of food. If nobody has told you that lately, I'm telling you now. Here's a statistic that stopped me cold when I first read it. A 2023 Harvard study followed 8,000 adults over 65 for 10 years. The single biggest predictor of healthy aging wasn't exercise. It wasn't supplements. It wasn't even genetics. It was whether or not the person regularly cooked their own meals. People who cooked for themselves at least 4 times a week had 40% better cognitive function and lived an average of 6 years longer than those who relied on prepared foods. 6 years from cooking. That's not a diet. That's not a workout plan. That's just using one pan and 5 ingredients.
That's what we just did, 7 times in a row. Before I let you go, a bonus. Because the truth is, the recipes aren't the secret. The secret is what's in your kitchen before you decide what to cook. Stock these 5 things and you can throw together any recipe from today's video or invent your own anytime without going to the store, without thinking, without stress. 1. Garlic. A whole bulb costs about $1, keeps for weeks, goes in 6 of the 7 recipes today. If you have garlic, you have flavor. 2. Lemons. They last 3 to 4 weeks in the fridge. A squeeze of lemon transforms a sad dinner into a restaurant meal. Always have 1 or 2 on hand. 3. Frozen protein in small portions. Chicken thighs, salmon fillets, shrimp, buy them frozen. They thaw in 20 minutes under cool water. Half the price of fresh, 0 waste, and here's something most people don't know. Frozen fish is often fresher than the fresh fish at the counter because it's flash frozen on the boat the day it's caught. 4. Onions. Last forever in a cool, dark cupboard. The foundation of almost every good meal in history. Buy a small bag. You'll thank me.
5. A bag of rice or a box of pasta. Costs $2. Lasts months. Turns any little bit of protein into a real, hot, complete dinner. That's it. 5 pantry staples, 7 recipes. And you'll never stand in front of the fridge at 6:47 p.m. asking, "What's for dinner?" again. One last thing before I let you go. If you take only one thing from this entire video, let it be this. The biggest health risk for adults over 60 isn't a disease. It isn't a fall. It isn't even loneliness, though that's part of it. It's the slow, quiet decision, made one Tuesday at a time, that you don't deserve the effort anymore. That cereal is fine. That cooking is too much. That you're not worth 1 pan and 22 minutes. I'm here to tell you, gently but firmly, you are worth it. And the day you start cooking for yourself again is the day you take that decision back. All right, my friend, that's our 7 recipes for today. I want you to do something for me this week. Pick just one, not 7, not 3, 1. Write down the 5 ingredients on a little piece of paper, stick it in your purse or your pocket, go to the store, buy those 5 things and only those 5 things. Come home and make it. Not for anyone else, for you. Set the table with a real plate, not a paper one. Pour yourself something nice. Water with a lemon slice counts. Sit down and eat slowly. Taste it. Notice it. Because you deserve a hot, home-cooked meal, even when no one else is there to share it with you, especially when no one else is there. If this video helped you today, if even one moment in it made you feel seen, please give it a thumbs up. It really, really helps me reach more wonderful people just like you. The YouTube algorithm is a strange machine, but a thumbs up from you tells it
Show this to more people who need it. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. I post new recipes and kitchen tips for adults over 60 every single week. Easy meals, smart hacks, ways to make life simpler, healthier, and a lot more delicious.
In the comments, and this is the part I love most, I want to know, which recipe are you going to try first? Number 7, the shrimp scampi, the Tuscan chicken that made my neighbor cry, the sausage and peppers from your grandmother's kitchen? Tell me below. I read every single comment, every one. And if you're sitting there alone right now, watching this on a quiet evening, I want you to know I see you, and I'm so glad you spent this time with me. Until next time, take good care of yourself, cook with love, and remember, you're never too old, you're never alone, and you always, always deserve a hot meal at the end of the day. I'll see you in the next video.